Star Wars just
Yeah.
released its an animated series called the Star Wars Visions. Um, they released all the episodes, but we were only able to catch three of them. So
hmm
before we talk about it, what's your stance on Star Wars in general?
So I'm gonna be honest. I'm not really a huge Star Wars fan. I never have been, but I've liked playing a little bit of the video games, and I like the Clone Wars on Cartoon Network when I used to watch it sometimes when it came on. But I was never a huge Star Wars fan.
What about the movies and shit?
I like the most. Yo, the only Star Wars movie I've seen was the. I forgot the name of it. It
I
was
know
like the
what it
Last
is.
Jedi. Is
Oh,
that
so
what it was called?
you said that's the only Star Wars movie you've seen?
Yeah.
That's cap.
What else have I seen?
You saw the prequels before he was Darth Vader. I know you've seen those movies.
Nah.
Yes, we did. Yes.
I fell asleep. Well, probably fell asleep.
Well, maybe. But I'm saying like back in it was like early 2000s. Like no, it's not the old ones. It's the ones. So there's three sets of Star Wars movies. There's the old ones. Then there's like the recent ones, the early 2000 ones, and then
Mhm.
there's the three recent ones that came out.
I think I seen the first recent one about the girl,
Yeah, so that's
the
uh
Last Jedi, right? Is that what it's
no
called?
no no the first one was it's like a New Hope or something like some shit like that.
That one was fire, bro. I watched the whole thing and I was like, yo, this movie's fire.
I think you and Johnny seen it in theaters.
Yeah,
Um,
that
but
one was fire. All the other ones, bro, I be trying to watch them, I fall asleep, bro.
yeah, so um, I'm not a Star Wars fan at all. Star Wars is if it has nothing to do with the lightsabers and the Force, I don't give a fuck like at all. That shit is whack to me.
When I really think about it too about Star Wars, like they could have called the Force anything but the Force. I feel like it was like that was like a basic name. It's like we just call it the Force.
I mean, but it'd be like the simple things because you can't. It's something you can't really explain. So
Yeah.
like air, like it may have a simple name, but it's like it's deep rooted into the universe. So, but
But the
yeah,
reason why I felt like it was simple because there was not many films like Star Wars, like that's
exactly.
supernatural. So when it says the Force, I believe like Star Wars was like the originator of like kind of like supernatural abilities, kind of in a way, to be on like the big screen. Because I feel like the Force was so basic, but it was needed to be there. So that way, like other movies and other films can come up with their own shit.
I hear what you're saying. Um, but yeah, but yeah, the video games are fun. Uh, the most recent one I played was I think it was like not something with the Fallen. It was it was like a single player game. It was pretty fun. I forget the name of the game, but it was a great game. So yeah, the real reason why we're watching this is not because we're Star Wars fans, it's because we're fans of animation. So that's why
Yeah.
I was like, and the fact that every episode is created by animation studios that you watch, like you know what I mean, like the animation studios. So yeah, what did you think about the first episode?
Bro, I'm telling you, I've never been a Star Wars fan, but if Star Wars was like that, I'm all up
Exactly.
in that. I'm
Yeah,
all up in that
exactly.
all day, every day. Like that shit was crazy. And there's actually, I liked it so much that I looked up the backstory a little bit, and there's actually like a comic book on it, on the whole scenario. Like
Yeah.
they even mentioned the guy. I watched it. That episode I watched it subbed because I wasn't watching it off Disney Plus. I was like, I'm gonna
I
watch
watched
that.
this sub too. Yeah, I watched this sub too. I didn't know that there was an English version.
Yeah, and then the two other episodes I watched it in English. But that shit was fire, bro. I was like, yo, like
It was just like a Lone Ranger type nigga just coming through and killing niggas. Like it was just it was so simple that because like Star Wars is it's the creator of Star Wars said like he took a lot of inspiration from Japanese culture and like the Lone Samurai movies. Like you could tell the way they fight is like with like how samurais fight. Like you know what I mean?
It
It's
was like
how,
some 47 Ronin sets.
yeah, exactly. And like even like if you look up early sketches of Darth Vader, he looks like a samurai warlord. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They, all those aspects are from Japanese culture. So the fact that they threw it in there, it fits so perfectly. Like, you know,
They were saying that he was what's the opposite from a Jedi? I forgot.
Sith.
Yeah, they said that he was like a Sith commander. He was like one of the originators. But basically he became like a Ronin because he realized because he became a Sith because his lord that he used to fight for when he was a samurai, he didn't like the fact that that he was in constant conflict and he just wanted peace. So he created that organization, the Sith, to become like to create peace. But he realized that the Sith themselves is only creating more war. So then he became a Ronin, and then he started just taking out his own people, and then that's why he was collecting those the saber shits.
Kyber crystals.
Yeah, so he's collecting all of those because he created them basically. That's the whole like story about it.
Yeah, it was. And the animation itself, I don't know what studio it was, but it was like it was literally like pictures moving. Like it was so seamless. It's sick.
Would you say
Like
it
I
was
think
like 3D?
yeah, that's what was so. It was 3D, but it was all black and white, so it gave it like, and they added a filter on top of it, like the old Japanese movies.
Yeah.
So that on top of, and that's why I feel like the first episode you should probably watch it in sub, just because it's so authentic to like how it is and like
Yo, that shit was fire and so, bro.
yeah, it was.
I don't even know how it is in English. I didn't know there was. For a second, I was watching like, is it only in sub?
I just thought that too. It just made sense. Like okay,
Yeah.
so it's in sub, but now they actually got the whole American voice actors to do all episodes.
Yo, Disney will make so much money if they make that like a full on like show.
I know.
Like, honestly, the 3 shows that I've watched, they can make so much money if they made
All three of them
Yeah,
could be
all
shows.
three.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm excited though. I'm gonna finish. So we're gonna come back and finish the series and then come back and talk about it. But from what I've seen so far, like yo, this shit is fucking epic. Like all the shit I like about Star Wars. Like you know what I mean? Like, and my favorite part about the first episode specifically is that anytime you see colors, it's pretty much off of the technology. Like everything else it's so basic and grimy and shit. And like, and then the only time you see colors is when they whip out the guns or when they whip out the lightsabers and shit. It's just so sick, and I love the sound effects of everything. It just sounded so authentic. Like whenever they were fighting, like you hearing the lightsaber and shit, like all that shit was just so fire. Like, I loved it, bro. Like it was a great first episode.
Like I was even considering rewatching that first episode, bro, because it was that fire.
Yeah, I agree with you. What's it called? Even the female, like the fact that she had like the little umbrella shit. That shit was just so hard, bro.
I was like when she showed up, I was like, why is she acting like she the shit? Like I was that she fall down. I was like, okay, she is the shit.
And it looked like she was like black or like Indian, which is really cool.
Yeah, she looked like she was like she was definitely a woman of color.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked it a lot. Alright, so the second episode, which was it was like something Rhapsody.
It was Star Waivers, right?
Yeah, the band.
Yeah.
What did you think about that episode?
That was interesting because like the first half of the beginning of the episode, he was running with a lightsaber, and I didn't understand what that meant. And he was dressed up like Luke Skywalker, wasn't he?
So what I got from it is I don't know the specific timeline, but I guess it was at the point where they were killing off all the Jedi. Mm-hmm. So to escape, he fell into like some type of on some type of like train or whatever, and then he found that dude, and then he went undercover. pretty much.
Yeah.
Like,
They have some weird names.
I mean, that's all the names in Star Wars. So it's.
I was like, he called him Guy, the green guy Guy. And then the main character's name, I don't even remember his name like that. It was like, do I even have it in here?
I don't remember his name either.
It was Lan. It was Lan. Something like that.
But yeah. I like the again, the animation in this episode is fucking crazy. Like, it was just, it's weird because the first episode I was just like, this is so different from what I assume Star Wars is. But once it went to the second episode, I was like, okay, this is Star Wars. Like, this looks like Star Wars. Like it was more like a familiar animation, and I liked it because it was so different and drastic from the first episode.
What I would say about the first episode, what really captured me was the Japanese culture and the action. With this one, I would just say it's the animation and the visuals that really captured me.
Mm-hmm. It was the visual. The story itself was okay, but I guess this showed me that not every episode is like gonna be some type of action-packed shit. It's actually trying to tell a story. So I enjoyed it for that, and but I do, and I like seeing Boba Fett and shit, like Jabba the Hutt and all the characters that you usually see in Star Wars movies. I like the way they looked, like the animation kind of looked. It just looked really nice, like, and that it added in a little bit of CGI too, 3D, but it still was like seamless. I don't know, it was just really nice. I want to find out the name of this studio. I'm gonna look it up while you continue.
That the first one, I think the people that created Ajin on Netflix is a studio that worked on that. I don't know if it's the same, but it looked kind of the animation kind of looks similar a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. So yeah, I'll just take your word for it.
But that shit was fire though. The third episode. What was the third? Oh yeah, the third episode was clean too.
Honestly, to be 100% with you, the third episode was my favorite episode.
It was your favorite episode?
Yeah.
The first one was definitely my favorite episod, but the third one, that shit was crazy.
So the reason why I knew it was my favorite one because the story was thought out. It was like we got everything we needed in that short little time.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like with the first episode, it was just the fight. Like, you know what I mean? We didn't really get anything about the backstory of the characters or anything like that.
Yeah.
I feel like this was like everything, and so I even saw it was a Studio Trigger. They make Kill la Kill and shit like that, and like, that animation style, like whenever it comes to action sequences, is fucking crazy. Like the way they do it, bro. I love the way it looked at first. You see a lot of reds and a lot of whites and blues and shit. Like, it just looked really, like, it looked visually pleasing. Like, it looked like porn. Like that's how good it looked like. It was just visually appealing to me.
Bro, it's just crazy how, like, 12 minutes is all they needed, bro. Like, to tell the whole story. I'd never seen anything like that before. Like, they told you, like, they were on the dark side, of course.
They were literally made. They were created to become the new, like, Siths. Like, you know what I mean? And the fact that the brother was like, nah, because I guess every Jedi, you could get certain different types of. So we're speaking as like non-Star Wars fans. I'm just talking about the certain shit I know. So I guess every Jedi or Sith, you get some type of alternate ability or something like that. Like, some people can get visions, some people can use lightning, some people can, like, you know what I mean? It's not just the Force.
Yeah.
So I guess his was he could see visions.
Yeah.
So I guess he saw what was gonna happen to his sister, and he chose to. And he even said, which was dope. He wasn't like, nigga, I'm not on the light side. I'm just doing me. Like, I just don't want us to like live by somebody's rules. Like, even though we were created for it, we gotta find our own purpose and shit. Like, like that shit was hard. The sister putting in the crystal in her chest and it's her transforming and shit. I was like, yo, this shit was crazy. Like, and then even like the small animation of the brother putting in the kyber crystal into the saber and then turning it on and shit. Like, that shit was just so sleek and smooth. Like, it almost made me want to watch Kill la Kill. Like, I was like, yo.
You know what's crazy? Like, so many people have told me to watch that. I've still never seen it.
It just looks too like horny for me.
You said horny?
Like, I know, because that's one of the things I don't like about anime. Like, the way it's just a little too much.
With the fan service?
Yeah, when it comes to fan service. And seeing, because I remember when I still have my Switch, but I just don't touch it. But when I was playing my Switch a lot, there was a demo for the Kill la Kill fighting game, and I was playing it, and I was like, oh, this is really sick. Like, but the girls are just all in like bikinis and shit. It was just like, oh, I can tell what type of show this is. But yeah, I was looking this will even show you how much I even still like. I love this episode. I was doing some research on Studio Trigger and shit, and I guess they made either them or the people who does the legitimate animation. They did a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle series recently. It's called Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I was looking up. I was like, how does a anime studio, how does that convert to like when, because anime action is crazy, like, you know, that's just what it is. So if you use that animation on an American TV show, would the action be as crazy? Like, you know what I mean? And the action in that show is fucking crazy. Like the animation, it was just like, there's something about the animation that's just so fucking pleasing to me. But they do it because they do a lot of one shots. You know what one shot is? Like when the camera sticks on one person and while everything's moving and shit. Yeah. Like they did it a lot when he was flipping around his sister and shit. But anyways, I just like that type of style, and I feel like this episode just was just everything. I wanted it to be longer. Honestly.
That's one. You know, that can. Out of all of them, I feel like out of all the 3 episodes, I feel like the first one and the third one could be like a full-on crazy series.
Yeah, 100%.
I feel like the one in the middle could be like a good like comedy / slice of life anime.
Yeah, no, and it just so happens to be in the Star Wars universe. Yeah. So what's it called? The studio that did the second one is called Studio Colorido. Let me see if so they've done a lot of Pokemon. Okay. And I can see that. You can see that, right? Yeah. You can see that now. So the first studio, I don't think it was a person. Not a studio. Kamikaze Douga.
Has he worked on any other animes? I want to see if I know him.
Have you seen that movie, Ninja Batman?
Ninja Batman? No.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the one when Batman goes in the past, right?
Yeah, and it's like 3D.
Yeah, I never seen that one, but I know what you're talking about. Like, I could see where. Yeah.
Oh, so he's done a couple episodes of JoJo.
Oh shit.
Yeah. That's the only thing that seems notable. Sound and Fury on Netflix.
No, I don't know what that is.
That's an anime, I guess.
Is it Ajin in there? Something called Ajin?
I don't know. You probably have to look that up yourself. Oh, so then Kamikaze Douga did the JoJo opening.
Oh. I don't see it. I don't even see it, to be honest.
But well, I see it because it's 3D. You know what I mean? They do a lot of 3D shots in JoJo. But yeah, so after seeing the 3 episodes, what is your expectations on this series so far? Like, are you excited? Like, what's going on?
Honestly, this series, like, it's a good series, but it kind of gets me mad in a way. because it's good, but it's so short, and you just want to see more of it. That's the only default I would say about it so far.
Literally, cause I thought What Ifs was short.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So seeing these is just like, damn, bro, like 12 minutes? Like, what the fuck?
This is at least made like 30. Come on, like.
That's why, literally, that's why when I actually sat down and watched the episode, I was like, yo, Stefan gonna fuck with this heavily, but it's fucking short. Like, so I guess what I'm thinking of is this is supposed to be like played on like TV and shit. So like imagine commercials in between. Yeah. So that's just the vibe it was giving me, like because most TV episodes are like around 12 minutes, like so. Oh yeah, I do wish it was longer. Because I know you said you're not like a huge Star Wars fan, but any characters you're hoping to see that they might do, like throw in, you know?
Yo, wasn't it the Mandalorian in there?
Yeah, that's Boba Fett. I think his name is Boba Fett.
Yeah, I think so too. I was like, oh snap, that was kind of ill. I would definitely. The only people I really want to see is that I don't know his name, but the red dude with the red face. He had like the two sabers.
Yeah, I hate that. I don't know. I forget his name. Yeah, I know you're talking about. Oh, Darth Maul.
Yeah, Darth Maul. Yeah, Darth Maul. I want to see. I definitely want to see. What was his name? Fuck.
Give me characteristics or something.
He's like skinny. He's like really skinny. He has like pale skin.
Grievous, General Grievous, the robot.
Think that's it. Yeah.
The one who like he splits his arms and he has.
Yeah. That's the one.
Yeah, General Grievous is sick.
Yeah. I definitely want to see one of the Jedi's, like fucking. Who's that nigga? Samuel Jackson played.
The black one. The grape juice. So the grape juice.
Basically, you know, I always want to see a black dude in there.
Yeah, I think it's like Wandu or something like that. So I don't know, but I definitely want to see Vader. I know you never played. What was do you remember playing the old Star Wars games? The Star Wars the Force Unleashed.
Yeah, I played that at your house.
Yeah, I want to see this. That nigga Star Killer. He's not really canon, but nigga, this just don't really matter. Why not?
Yeah.
But I also don't mind none of the characters being niggas we know. I also don't mind that either. Also, let me see. Is there any studios you would like to see do something like this? Like that you know that you like?
Mappa.
Oh, the people who do jujitsu?
Yeah, I would love to see them do it. I wouldn't be surprised if they're actually in the project already, to be honest.
Nah, they're not.
Mappa. Who else? Because honestly, there's not really many studios that I really know. Cause I feel like animation just reached like a point of like next level.
Okay, how about this is a better question. Is there any type of shows where you would like this type of concept to be in? Like it could be in any universe where it's just like every episode is done by a different studio and it has like own unique story and shit. Any type of universe you'd like to see this be taken, like copied from?
Probably like Mob Psycho, like that type of art form.
No. What I meant was the fact that it's a Star Wars anime.
Yeah.
I'm saying it could be any type of like format copied like this. So like it would be like DC. So every episode's about different characters, and every episode is done by a different studio type shit.
Oh, like a different universe doing that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right. I would definitely say sheesh. I would definitely say I would want to see Hunter x Hunter. 'Cause I feel like you
Okay.
can do a lot with their ability.
Okay.
I would like to see that with Hunter x Hunter. Let me think of another show.
Dragon
What about
Ball.
you? You said Dragon Ball?
That'll be fucking sick. The real reason why I want that is because I want like a gritty like space like back in niggas in the Saiyans back in the day when they were savages killing people like the whole war like them taking over a planet. Like I want to see like a brutal them just killing niggas like that's all.
He said that. I could see that, especially with Dragon Ball Super coming out, and they're discussing all these universes and shit like that. I can definitely see that with that. Um, Let me think.
Avatar.
Yeah, Avatar would be a good one.
Yeah.
I can't really think of any anime shows right now for some reason.
Animated show. It doesn't have to be anime.
And animated show.
Or just constant like a book or something like and just a universe in general.
Okay. I mean, Invincible would be a good one.
Yeah, I was thinking that, but we don't really know enough about that universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. What would you rate the first few episodes that you've seen so far?
I would rate them. I'm gonna rate them separately. I rate the first one 8.5. The second one I would rate that like an 8, and then the third one I would rate that a 9.
I would say first one 8, second one 7, third one 9. Yeah, that's how it go. I'm gonna binge watch the rest of the show and watch all of them. Like, I'm actually super excited.
I'm just so pissed off. Like I'm watching some of these episodes. I'm like, yo, this can be a whole series, bro. Like you guys can make a lot of money off this.
Man, I know. Hey, hopefully this is just the start of something. Like, I hope more American studios go to anime studios to make shows. I feel like this is one of the first. This one, Castlevania. These are some of the few shows that kind of like balancing by both. Like, you know what I mean? They take certain things from both and like do it really well. I feel like hopefully this is the first out of we could see more things of them like I don't know like a Power Ranger anime or some shit like something that is just like a fusion of both things. You know what I mean? I feel like that would be really sick.
Bro, I could really see Power Rangers as like Gundam kind of. That's gonna be kind of crazy.
I mean, you know, yo, can you imagine a fucking a Ninja Storm like My Hero? Like they're all in school and they're trying to like, yo, I want to be the next Ranger. Like I can just see it. Like it's just such an easy concept to me. But hey, one day, man, one day.
Glamour of wearing diamonds.
Diamonds bring
Status.
elegance and prestige. Their brilliance makes
Brilliance.